I've got a couple I want to read here. One, these are primarily uh, what I write is called confessional poetry, which doesn't mean you're confessing, it means you're talking about yourself. And I write a lot about myself because I confuse the hell out of myself, and I think if I say stuff over and over again, maybe I'll figure some of it out. Hasn't worked so far, but it's worth a shot. I want to read two poems from this book. I come from Cowboys and Indians. I come from Oklahoma. First one I want to read is I want to read this now primarily because it was Billy Lett's favorite poem of mine, or she told me it was, and it's pretty much me attempting to sum myself up. And the title of this poem is I Come from Cowboys. And I don't like ties. Boots and blue jeans fit me best when I head out the door. I'm carved wood, sculpted stone, and tooled leather. I'm green trees, blue sky, native earth, a circling red-tailed hawk. My dad taught me how to read, how to swing a hammer, and cast a fishing line. Mama taught me how, not what, to think. She said, "Keep it simple, son. Always try to do the best you can. This world gets complicated as it is without you chipping in." 50 years have marked me now with scars of bent 10-penny nails, fistfights, and books of poetry. But in the end, when the wind moves the grass across my grave, I ask only that I rise on feathered wings one time and loose a last defiant cry before I'm gone back into the stone below the dirt to sleep a while. That poem was weirdly had some inspiration from a poster that I had as a kid of a little mouse that's standing with his back to you, and there's this huge eagle hawk predator coming right at him, and he's flipping the eagle off, and it says, "One last great act of defiance," which oddly enough I found inspirational. The other poem I want to read out of here is it could almost be called a funeral poem. I will bet money somebody reads it at my funeral, and it's been read at funerals already about 5-6 times. I wrote this poem and dedicated it to a bunch of little criminals that I ran around with. William Arrington, who's now a preacher, Jackie, Jimmy, Mike Bush, who two are related and one's not, Larry Dozier, Charles Geyer, Weldon Harris, Gary Sheffield, Don Tyree, Joe Dean, and Slim Whitley, all the Eastside Boys I ran with. And the title of the poem is Eastside Boys, We Ran. Eastside Boys, we ran. We ran straight up Southeast 2nd to Mississippi, to Texas, to Alabama, and Arkansas, over the Santa Fe tracks to the stop sign on East Main. We ran down gravel roads that cut through our neighborhood and past the old cemetery. We rolled under barbed wire into pasture grass with no roads to follow. We ran. We ran from George Washington Elementary School to Roy Rogers to Roy Child's grocery store. We ran the bases and back home to widowed mothers and to moms who made us cookies, fathers who drank too much, and to dads who taught us how to fish. We ran. We ran from poverty that stalked its prey on our side of the tracks, from pasts that trapped us in seines like minnows in a shallow creek. We ran from ghosts and self-fulfilling prophecies, but never once from a fight. We ran into the record books, and we ran into the law, to God, the army, and college. We ran into the world and into our lives. We ran. Eastside Boys, some of us are running still, running out of time and out of space, but running all the same into the fire and out of the flames of a long gone neighborhood. We run, faster than the rest. And you had to be faster than the rest. Again, those are two more personal poems, which I write a lot of. If you're really interested in being a writer, any form or fashion, again, I can't stress enough, read everything. Read the newspaper, read sports magazines, read comic books, read novels, read poetry, read everything you can lay your hands on, or you will not ever be a writer.